Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Call to Arms. Gates of Hell Ostfront. We're playing more of the multiplayer today. This time as the Germans, checking out some new doctrines, so that way we can see what else will have come down the line for us when the game fully releases in a few months, in a few years. I don't know. It should be soon, I hope. If you guys want to go ahead and click tab below, destroy the like button, and subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps to get the channel out there and, of course, promote this game, which I find to be more important, as I really enjoy Men of War, Assault Squad, Call to Arms, and now this, which I mentioned before is like peanut butter and chocolate coming together for Call to Arms, Gates of Hell Ostfront. Now, a few things to cover. If you haven't seen our previous video on the multiplayer, make sure you check that for additional details on everything here in terms of like how the co-op campaign will work, about how you can play the missions in co-op with a friend, and or do things like, for example, also play the battle zones with a friend against the AI, or just solely traditional multiplayer if you'd like to as well. We have ourselves early and late stage war, but I really wanted to see the conf group here. Again, remember we took a look at what the Germans had to offer for their different types of doctrines during the war. In this case, the mid and late war, I think, has like 3 or 4 selections for each faction. So it seems like there's like about 8 setups per nation times the 2. So maybe somewhere around 16. That might be 1 or 2 missing there. But we're going to go ahead and give this a try. I really am interested in to see what the veterans would have to offer us too. But let's go ahead and just set that up. And I wonder if we can change the doctrine of our enemies too. I'm not sure if we can do it for our ally or our enemies, but I guess not. Let us go ahead and start the game. Here we go. Alright, so me and an AI versus 2 other AI players. It feels a little bit like the dynamic campaign, but of course multiplayer. Let's see what the Germans have to offer. Looks like Stu 42s, Martyr Stugs. Oh, nice. Haha, we have ourselves a Panther. Fantastic. We'll get to that in a moment. Alright, let's call out the infantry and start capturing flags. We have ourselves what looks to be 5 positions to capture, of various size too. One up here, a very small little village, and the other one being a larger section of the trench here. Very cool. I don't even see the AI sending up their troops at all. Huh, that's weird. Oh, finally they called out something. They probably called out something a little bit more advanced, which is why they took a little longer. It took a little time to get the points, but now we're on the point, quite literally. Right, so when this game comes out, I'm hoping that there will be a lot more added for multiplayer modes, such as the combat mode that I may have mentioned in our previous video on multiplayer. That, of course, is where you're scored by killing enemy units. The higher the unit is in types of veterancy or their skill or weapons, then the higher the points are. For example, if you kill a Panther, you're going to have a lot more points than if you kill like a soldier who has a handgun or something like that, like some partisan. So that'll be kind of a cool game mode if they end up adding that in the future. Ooh, look at that. Buildings actually kind of cut apart when you're moving through them to try to give some sort of a fog of war when you enter a building. Weird. Usually the entire top of the building disappears, but in this case it looks like it's to provide some sort of, I don't know, like concealment or something like that. All right, let's get the boys dug in here. We'll see if we can... Actually, let's just run to this other side here. We can get there fast enough. We can set up a position against the Soviets who are advancing. And there they are. Get down, boys. Somebody's got an MG. Who is that? Right here. Oh, it's an STG-44. Oh, we should call in a machine gunner if we can. MG detachment. We're probably dealing with only MG-34s at the moment. 42s and 34s are inside vehicles, so will be beneficial. It'll be beneficial for us to use those. All right, let's go ahead and set up some trenches back here, some foxholes. Fantastic. All right. Well, that looks really cool. Seems like a lot of these battles either take place in the spring or in the winter. I haven't seen really a lot of summer battles. I suppose in 1941 it was really just the Soviets getting rolled the entire time until the first winter, and then the spring of 42 and maybe like the spring of 43 is when a lot of the heavier action took place after building up for quite some time. And then, of course, this game also takes place not only just in the beginning of the war, but we're also taking place in the late war. And this map seems to mostly be a farm. Go ahead and continue to build in dug-in positions here. Germans have some pretty good weapons here. All seem automatic or semi-automatic. Soviets retaking the front, but our team having 3 positions pretty much under our control. 2 right now. 3rd one is on the way. Wait a minute, what the hell? Finland Wait, the hell? What? Finland, Germany, and Italy versus Soviet Union, Britain, and the United States. What the hell? You see those flags at the top? Boys, I think we may have just confirmed a Finnish campaign. Damn. Well, let's keep pushing in on the position here. That'd be interesting. I'd love to see that, especially from the Finnish side. Let's go ahead and call up a machine gun if we can. Or we could hold out for a tank. It looks like we're not going to see any of these for quite some time. There are quite a few things you can do at the start of a battle in order to, before you even start in the settings, to make it longer or shorter or more frequent to have reinforcements of different types to change their cooldown so they can come in faster, or to lower their points, or give yourself more so that way you can call in more of them too. Pretty sweet. Got a machine gunner here. Oh, this looks cool. Soviets are having a bad time. Basically out in the middle of nowhere with no cover at all. Shooting fish in a barrel, really. Alright, we might want to get a medic up here, but I'm going to hold this position. Oh, looks like the allies there lost theirs. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring reinforcements here and then go into those trenches and see if we can clear them out. If I can get, let's see, some sort of a... I was going to say maybe a flamethrower, but that's probably going to be worthless. What the hell's that? That's got to be an autocannon? Ah. The Lukes. Nice. Hey, I don't think that's a bad idea. Do I have one of those? No, it looks like that's a special call out for whatever doctrine he might have. I don't know. Oh. Maybe here. Ooh, a Hetzer. Nice. This must be some late war stuff. This might be like Defense of the Reich or Last Stand or whatever that one other doctrine is. Okay, well, we got to move into the middle here. Let's see. Well, I want to try to get up some troops here to capture the center, but I also want a vehicle. So let's get some grenadiers, and we can also call up probably something tank destroyer-wise. Wow, we're completely in the open without tanks for another few minutes. That's brutal. The Germans don't really have a lot to deal with here at this moment with the Panzer group, the Kampf group. Of course, we will get some of the better tanks. The Panther and the Tiger. Different versions of the Panther and the Tiger too. Maybe some sort of special... Oh yeah, there we go. The Koing's Tiger right there. Special call-in. And also an AT group. Sometimes you gotta stay idle and let the enemy get ahead a little bit while you build up a force and save up points. And also wait to react to what they do. If the enemy happens to send a tank, then we can call out a tank destroyer or AT of some sort. This group should have an MG with them. Well, we're gonna let the AI fight it out. I think he's getting pushed back. By what, though? He's got the damn tank here, which should be decimating enemy infantry. He's gotten a lot of kills with that. Where's our machine gunner here? Okay, let's start making our way towards those trenches. I was waiting to see what the Soviets would do. No attack over here. Looks like they're going for our ally. Some of these tanks will be expensive to call out. We do have only like 300 points. With 20 seconds remaining, we gotta sit still for a little while. Looks like they are finally counterattacking. Nice. STG did some good work there. Alright, well the guns are silent now. Ally calling out a Hetzer. And 2 Offs L, basically Luke's. Different variant. That should be able to push down that road really nicely. I too would like to get a tank of some sort. We'll have to see if we got a flame tank. I don't think we do though. Primarily we have battle tanks to do strictly that. Tank versus tank, really. Ooh, I hear an armored car. Probably the, oh no. T-60. Uh-oh. Yeah, that thing should have the autocannon on it. 20mm too. Just waiting to call up our units. Damn, those distant battle sounds sound incredible. This is such a great experience so far. Still waiting though. We gotta have these points. Very expensive stuff here. What is this exactly? Transportation and resupply. Of course, we also have ourselves access to a Pack 40 if we want it. That'd be pretty sweet, but we gotta have some tank here. Panzer 4G, Panther. Also, of course, the Tiger and Tiger 2. Sturmpanzer, we also have a Brumbar available. That thing would basically work without even having a heat round or AP. The HE alone would cause a massive amount of damage. That's a lot of damage. The boys are still moving around. We're in good cover. I wonder how this turret would do against them. Well, let's try concealment. One thing I haven't tried yet in this game is to see how smoke has worked. In the past, smoke works by basically you're only able to take cover in it. So if, for example, let's say that tank was facing directly at us and I threw the smoke, in real life, obviously, everything behind the smoke for the tank on our side would be concealed, and we could then move up into the smoke. But in the previous Men of War Assault Squad, in previous games, when you move through smoke, you literally have to move into it in order to be concealed. Otherwise, the enemy basically sees you, even if you're out of the smoke. All right, well, the ally is doing a good job of holding his final flag with the extra tanks. And for whatever reason drove into a river. I'm sure he has his reasons. What the hell? Oh, the AI brought reinforcements over here. Getting some of his men killed? What the hell's he doing over here? Oh, we'll have ourselves a Panzer... Oh, we have a Martyr 3 if we want. That's a pretty good weapon to call up. Oh, I love my Stu 42 though. Oh, there's the early version of the Stug 3G. We should call that up. The machine gun on this vehicle is very effective. Right now we're just basically sitting here, but we're supposed to be more of a late game, late war effective force that comes up obviously towards the end and then is able to clear things out of the way. This gives the Soviets a lot of good fair time to get in position and dig in, although with just mostly infantry and light weapons. Damn, AI's getting shredded. We have troops here too, but I don't know why the AI sent up his troops. Mine were at least in, for the most part, in cover. Alright, so we're calling up a Stug 3, not because of the small tank here, but because of what could be called up after that tank. Damn. 38T taking out 76, Su-76. And this little armored car here. I always forget the name of this damn thing. Oh yeah, the BA-6. Alright, let's go ahead and call up ourselves a Stug finally, and we'll get it up onto the field. Now we can finally play. The battle begins. Now, one of the things to point out, and that this game must be praised for, is the AI's ability to finally follow roads. Roads are now marked as like these hot points, in the game, and when you, I may have covered this before, but when you tell the AI to follow a road or something like that, typically they will follow the road or the shortest route there. If, for example, this road's faster to take but longer to get there because it winds around, they'll take the shorter route. Additionally, when we go into first-person control or third-person, you can see that it indicates that we're on ground. There can be different types of soil that will speed up and slow down our tanks. So if we happen to hit mud or a farm field, it might actually change the type of ground that we're on, which will then change our speed and possibly fuel consumption. Once we hit this road, you'll see that it changes to road, and it'll increase our top speed. So road, ground, snow, mud, all can change our speed. Alright, we got an enemy tank here. Looks like a BA-7. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Multiple enemy tanks. That must be the armored car on the left. Don't know why we can't hit this one. Okay, I don't know why we're not able to shoot there. I tried. It's not firing. Why are you not firing? What the hell? That was weird. I was left clicking like crazy in order to destroy that, but no can do. What took us out here? Wow, that garbage little armored car. How embarrassing. Cringe. For whatever reason, the tank was not firing and was aiming way too low. I don't know why. Well, we can take out this T-60 now as revenge. So we'll do more with less. Still seeing that animation for AT grenades. Ooh, it explodes on contact now. I've seen that. I don't know if they keep changing that in the development process. Before, I've seen it explode only after a timer, and then I've seen it explode on contact again. Additionally, it seems like when troops run and they're told to pull out a grenade, you might want to do it ahead of time, though I don't do it until I'm about to throw it to try to conceal the fact that that's what I'm going to do. Okay, here comes the armored car. Wow. Looks like we also have an Su-76 here. Well, if I can, we'll call up the Martyr 3. This is a way too long of a wait time. Flak Panzer 38T. We also have a Panzer IV Offs H, which would be nice to call in now. We can get double. At about 200 points. Did the AI advance? I only called up one guy. Oh yeah, the AI is still sending over troops here. Well, I'll have to explain it. I'll have to experiment again with the vehicle to try to explain why that, why he was shooting like that. It could have been the fence or something. We have a little bit to learn about how this differs. Sounds like another light tank here. I want to start having battles with T-34s. Well, we could call up another Stug. I kind of want to do that to make up for the other one. That was too rough to watch. That was a hard moment. Hard moment for us all to watch indeed. And there we go. 5 seconds, 2, 1. There we go. All right, let's try to get the AI control completely this time and see what'll happen. Okay. I already feel like we've won this for the most part. We've just got to play the waiting game to wait for our vehicles to call out, and then we can just start shredding enemy troops and enemy vehicles. I mean, enemy infantry is pinned down by all of our machine guns. Bro, how are you not dead? He's still taking hits. There we go. Wow. Ah, there we go. See, now the vehicle's moving through mud. Really nice detail like this. There's actually like 3D detail to that. It looks like it's actually in the ground and not just like a sticker on top of the soil. We've come a long way from Men of War in 2014. Men of War Assault Squad 2. Which will be the main comparison to this, but of course at first look it just seems like Men of War the game. But it is much deeper and diverse than that with all the features that we've been seeing. Like, for example, Steel Division 2 setting the standard for dynamic campaign, which I feel like all these games should have now. If we fight a historical battle, I'd like to at least maybe have the opportunity to just play a what-if scenario. Looks like we have a medium tank here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Never mind. That's, yeah, that's, wow. Yeah, that's a medium tank. Yeah, uh-huh. Yep, of course. Uh-huh. Yep. Alright, let's stay here and guard. Well, now we're going to need something to deal with this large IS-2 here. Heavy tank. 1944 variant. We also have our little armored car there. We're holding more flags than the enemy, so they're going to have to break through. Five minutes on the Koenig's Tiger. Another, ooh, the Brumbar would be great. I really want to see a Tiger here, though, shortly. We'll hold position with the Stug. I guess if we didn't lose it by that armored car, we would have lost it to something else. Might be able to repair that. And I brought over a half-track for whatever reason. It's probably total, though. More than likely. Well, we're going to stay put because if we attack and lose our infantry, we won't be able to defend here. We'll be completely rolled. Su-76 spotted. Let's get ready to take that out. Oh, well, now the gun's working. What the hell? And it's going up and down, left and right. Okay. There we go. Okay, two Su-76s knocked out. Get the armored car. We'll need to advance a little bit more. Now before it looked like there was a fence in the way, but this time around I think we're doing all right. Don't see the armored car. There she is. Now, let's see if we can take out a beautiful IS-2. Tank is looking at us. Well, we hit him. Hit him again. We're firing through the side of a building, that's why he's not returning fire. Looks like we went over the top that time. Is he popping smoke? No. Hit him for a third time. Hit him yet again. Always firing back. Hey. We got him, boys. Sometimes the crew will stay until their death. And that seems to be the same here. Alright, well that's some good revenge. Damn, that looks sweet. Check that out. Wow. There we go. Nice. Alright. Well, that makes up for the little kill, huh? From the armored car. Luckily, those things are not very accurate, so they do have a little difficulty hitting medium tanks, but when they do, it's an immediate kill no matter where they hit it. Looks like we probably have another one coming. I heard something. KV-85. Yeah, the enemy's not getting over here, that's for sure. If we could capture that trench, it would be great. So let's do that now. See if we can get the men into the trench and then into the center of that line. Send up another group. And we'll have to call up. Well, I think we probably want to see the Tiger. I'm a big fan of the Panther, though. I do want to see that. But if we wait 22 seconds, we will get access to the Coing's Tiger. And that'd be pretty frickin' sweet. Not to mention we'll save our main points. So these are special points here that we can never get back. If we call out these, the CPDP points are different, 100 out of 100 on this. Basically, spend them once and never get them back. So if we spend these points, then we'll never have to worry about calling out more infantry because we'll get those right away. So we can get infantry points right away. Wow, would you look at that, kids? That's pretty. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Okay. Well, let's bring it up here then. We're probably also going to have to call out an AT gun to help support on that main line. But I think we'll keep our points for the Tiger at 449. We are a conf group, so we'll try to be a little bit more on the tank side. Look at that baby. 8.8 centimeter main gun, MG34 on the turret and hull, I think. All right, it'll take a minute to get here, but always good when you drive it yourself. Always better, but of course that takes you away from the battlefield. Soviets are fleeing after losing several armored cars. Interesting to just see a mix of something other than T-34s. You know, the armored cars are great at the beginning of the game because it helps, of course, push against infantry and can lay down machine gun fire and has some good explosive in order to blow through buildings and possibly destroy emplacements. And, of course, later on you want medium and then heavy tanks, too, to try to deal with some of those. But looks like the enemy's actually captured this flag here. Do I need to send up an infantry squad? I think we're recapping it. Well, he does have his Tiger parked there, but who knows. Alright, kids. The Coing's Tiger, a.k.a. King Tiger, a.k.a. Panzer JK Lol 420, Dank Kush off L. I guess mostly known, I guess, by the Panzer 2 or the Tiger 2 by most people. Coing's Tiger, Stern Panzer would be great. Oh, too bad we don't get like a veteran Panther. That would be sweet. A veteran crew on that would be amazing. Oh, this is great. The Panther and the Tiger are pretty much the same points. I would rather have a Panther, though. I think it's much more effective. Alright, Stug's doing a good job. A very good job. Let's push up. Panther, to me, is just more maneuverable, and the Germans' tactics, a lot of the times, did rely on maneuverability, so... Oh, we need to see a Katyusha. I'll have to go as a Soviet artillery doctrine just to see how many Katyushas we can fire. That'd be just awesome. Okay, the Germans are starting to run out of ammo. We've been defending here long enough. Yeah, some of these guys are down to just pistols now. Alright, we'll have the Stug pull up here a little bit. Ah, the Battle of the Ages. Many tanks coming. There'll be even more if we see a... Oh, we can't drive over that rock. Nice. It'll be even more if we see another IS-2 or something. Looks like if we press mouse 4, we have the ability to call out smoke drums. Is that flamethrower? Well, good thing we didn't put our infantry in there just yet. KV-85 wiped out with one shot. Beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. All right, time to move in on the IS-2 over here. Like butter. Oh, no, you don't. Interesting, lower left corner, you can see the silhouette of our tank. I don't remember Panzer IV looking quite like that. All right, one more shot. We should have a win here. And indeed we do. All right, let's take the field. You know, I wish too, since infantry is following the roads, I wish the, tanks following the roads, I wish the infantry would also follow trenches if you told them to fast move. It would be nice if there was a way to get them to stay inside and run as well, if the trench was clear. Well, not a lot of action at the start. This is definitely a doctrine that needs to have a little bit more patient play, and you also need to be very trusting of your allies in order to have the battle early game. This doctrine can come back a little bit and push a little bit, but if the enemy's knocked out too many of your friendly forces, a Tiger II is great, but it ain't going to win a war. Germany, nice try. Oh, a little armored car again, lol. Let's see if we can knock him out. Oh, he's out of range. Now let's just stay back then. We'll just stay a little further back. Their tanks are spawning and being spotted pretty close. This means, I would assume snipers and officers are a little more important this time around with this game, as you'll need a little bit more infantry that are specialized in range scouting to see the field. Infantry on the field just doesn't cover it anymore for range. We're being shot at by something small, not doing anything to us at all. Alright, well, we could take the last two positions, but that might be overextending a little bit. Oh, it might be the armored car that I see hitting us. Oh, yeah. I'm not even going to bother. Oh, wow. Maybe the armored car got a lucky shot into the trench? Or enemy infantry continues to attack and throw grenades. Get a few squads up here. Alright, well, I like what I see for the infantry, and I really like what I see for the tanks, and I think the tank combat is really slick. The next thing we'll have to see is how arty can be used and maybe possibly abused, and what differences to expect when we go into a doctrine that might specialize in using arty. And, of course, mortars are very effective here, so if the enemy was defending or attacking this position with mortars, it will devastate, absolutely devastate infantry. But I want to see how accurate and how powerful heavy artillery is. If we were attacking this tank, for example, it should be able to destroy it, but not with one shot and not without a little bit of trouble first. Alright, let's have the Stug take a shot first, if he will be so kind. Thank you. And where's another armored car? Now we didn't even have to shoot, we just waited for the Stug to reload and shoot. Trenches are still a little bit of a pain in the ass to get troops to stand up and see over the edge. It's really annoying when they'll look one direction but not the other. We're trying to give our troops cover here so we can recapture this position with the other infantry right here. Alright, well, we're about 150 points away from winning. I think we've already got this here. Once we lock this position down, we'll be back in the lead. What the hell was that? Ooh. They actually wounded our Tiger. The crew has been killed. Some of them. What the hell was that? What is that? It sounds huge, but whatever it was, it fired a few rounds at a time. What the hell could that have been? Katusha would have hit longer and would have had a sustained fire rate. Let's go out and scout it out. Well, whatever's out here caused some damage to that Tiger 2. Which I don't know how the hell many people are supposed to be in that thing. 5? Oh, I see. Wait, Su-85? No way. Delete that. That shouldn't cause any damage. Let's get the infantry closer. Maybe it was they were hitting from the side. I'm not sure. So it looks like a crew of 5. Maybe 6 if somebody can be in the turret to fire. Or the, like in the AA position. Oh, we see another Su-100 being called out. Perfect target for the Coings Tiger. Zip zap and a blip blap, and that's it. What the hell are they doing? Artillery? Get wrecked, nerd! Get wrecked! That was a good feeling. This game is just fun to goof around in. I like this, to experiment and see what the tanks have to offer and how they play out. Very nice. Tiger 2 feels about as powerful as it should. Infantry feels pretty good. AI is not so bad. I like it. I'm very proud of our boys today. The AI on our side did pretty good. Very nicely done. All right, 1,000 points. Victory for us. Axis victory. Cool. All that other stuff we saw earlier could be a placeholder. Nobody knows what's coming to this game in the future, but like I'd been mentioning from the very start, day one, I want to see Finnish stuff and Italian stuff too, and I want to put myself into very difficult situations with doctrines and stuff. That'd be really cool. All right, thanks for joining me, everybody. Today's my birthday too, by the way, so thank you very much for all the kind birthday wishes on the Discord and on the Instagrams and the Twitters and whatnot. Thanks for following me there. If we get additional keys for giveaway, they'll go to those people who are following me on those places. So thanks again for being a supporter and spreading the word about this game. Don't worry about the channel. We'll get to that million, but let's spread some word about Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, Ostfront. Call to Arms, Men of War, all those other games too are all classics. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.